Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am sorry about the camera angle and shadows right now. I can't seem to figure this out today, so it is what it is. I guess I'm just gonna hold it. So just completed 4 weeks. Tomorrow is the start of week 5. I had surgery on August 29th, 2017, and I weighed in at 366 pounds. As of this morning, I have been weighing myself more often. I am at 326 pounds, which is a total loss of exactly 40 pounds. I am in shock. I can't believe that I've lost 40 pounds, but the other thing is I haven't gone shopping yet. I haven't gotten new clothes yet. Things are fitting me better. I have lost the equivalent of either, well, not together, but either my 3-year-old or my almost 2-year-old. Each of them are less than 40 pounds. And for those of you who know me personally, you know my husband is 6'6". I am almost 6 foot. I'm 5'11". We don't have small children. My 10-year-old comes to my shoulder. She's really tall. So my 3-year-old is very tall. She weighs about 36 pounds. My 1-year-old is also very tall. He weighs 34. So yes, so for me to look at them and realize I have lost the amount of their tiny bodies is just crazy to me. But it's also very crazy to me because, yes, my jeans are a little bit looser, but I'm not sure where I would fit one of those people in my clothing. So it's nice that my shirts that I once loved and stopped wearing because they were too short are now the right length, and they look better. They feel better when I go out in public. It's very exciting. I didn't think that I would feel this great not being to my first goal yet, but I'm just so surprised and relieved and happy daily with my progress. A lot of people talk about the 3-week stall. So when I did weigh myself, I was very surprised that I had lost an additional amount of weight and was losing a couple of pounds every other day or so because I did not hit that 3-week stall yet. What I attribute that to is this last week, I was really focusing on making sure I was getting 70 to 100 ounces of liquids, majority being just water, but I was drinking, I include my protein shakes in the water and usually I just have one protein shake a day. I did start adding back in a little bit of coffee into my life, which helps me get my protein shakes down remarkably well. So I was very excited about that. But usually I'm just taking small bites and various protein snacks. So this last week, the things that I ate. One, the first day that I was able to have soft foods, I went out and about with my family and we had to get some things for the kids. So we ended up near a Krispy Kreme, which my husband is a stickler for sweets. He wanted to get some donut holes and was so excited. And I said, you know what? Part of this is I am going to make better choices. It's portion control. I lead with proteins first, but I thought, you know what? It's been a few weeks since I've had anything. I went ahead and I ordered myself a donut. It wasn't just any donut. It was like the chocolate filled, chocolate glazed donut. I did take a bite of it. I chewed it until, because it is a soft food, I chewed it until oblivion, swallowed little swallows at a time, and I couldn't do any more. And I instantly regretted it. Not because it hurt my stomach. It did hurt my stomach, but not because it hurt my stomach, more because my stomach is so small and it made me not hungry anymore. I was kind of full. So I felt like, gosh, I wasted all that little bit of space that I have just on empty calories and a donut. So, I'm not trying to, daily, I'm not kicking myself for those types of things because they do happen. But I'm going to call my week 4 my week of experiments. So I have been trying new foods, different foods, and seeing what works and what doesn't work. a lot of times we're out and about and on the go, and we're away from home for many hours. So, making sure I'm bringing my foods with me. One day I before we left, I grilled up like a piece of, no, or I got it from somewhere, a circular piece of sausage, soft. Took a couple bites, chewed it up, and instantly it was something that I knew that my stomach didn't like. I'm not going to say I haven't thrown up at all, but when I know that my stomach doesn't like something is when I'm hungry. I know I'm hungry, and I know more than one bite. I know that one bite isn't going to make me feel full. So what happens is I take a bite, I chew it a lot, I swallow it, I wait a moment before taking another bite. And usually, if it's something that my body doesn't like, it's halfway chewing my second bite that I get this, I guess, not a gurgling feeling. It's kind of it almost feels as if I just ate Thanksgiving dinner. You know, that really full feeling? But what it does is it comes in waves. So I picture like a front-loading washer where it goes. That's what my stomach does when it does not agree with something. Again, I have not thrown up at all, but those sorts of things, right? And then, so again, experimenting with different foods. Sweets, they don't give me dumping because I did have VSG, but I can tell my body doesn't like them. And my mind is telling me that wasn't worth it. It's not worth not being able to drink for 30 minutes. It's not worth, not being able to eat that extra little bite of protein. So I have steered pretty clear of any kind of carbs, other than I did have some broccoli, that kind of thing. It was really nice to be able to sit down to dinner with the kids and the husband again. They had their regular size plates. I had a teeny little plate. First night I actually thought soft foods, what's something soft? I made meatloaf because my meatloaf is relatively soft, and I probably was able to get in 3 or 4 bites very slowly before I was full. It's kind of, I guess, comical to me. I make sure that everyone else is served first. They start eating, then I sit down and we pray, and then I start eating a little bit. And then we went on an adventure yesterday. We went from, I live in the Pacific Northwest, so we decided we were going to venture and take the kids to Mount Rainier, which is about 2.5-hour drive. We were in the car. I bought lots of little snacks with me. I found these Jennie-O turkey sticks, which is really, it's not beef jerky. It's like a fresh piece of deli meat that's thick sliced, and it's about the length of a cheese stick. So cheese sticks have about 5 or 6 grams of protein in them. So does this little piece of turkey. It's a 0.75 ounces. So I know that I could eat probably 2 or 3 of them at one time, but that little stick just gets me through. And each little bite's a protein. So that was really good. Also, I've been making sure I'm getting in at least 65 grams of protein. Right now it's between 60 and 90 grams is the goal. And I've been exceeding my 60 gram goal every day. So I contribute that to maybe not being in a stall. Anyway, so so yesterday, on our way down the mountain, we did get a little lost. We ended up going up one side of the mountain and twirling and kind of down a different part of the mountain. So we had to loop around, go back and forth, and we ended up getting back to where we needed to, but added probably about 45 minutes additional to our 2.5-hour drive. So we, maybe even more than that, depends on who you're asking. We decided to, first restaurant that looked safe, we were going to stop at, we were going to go and get the food. I can't tell you how many pizza joints we passed thinking, okay, well, I can eat the toppings off a pizza, but that doesn't sound like I really want to do that. Okay. We found a Mexican restaurant. Perfect. So we go in there, and I was actually pleased with their, again, I have got a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 10-year-old. So I was pretty pleased with their children's menu, looking at it for the kiddos, right? So the waiter comes over. I ask for no water. We get the kids' drinks. We get my husband drinks, or a drink. And waiter's ready to go around the table. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So I ordered for myself and the babies. I just figured I'm going to get the kids fajitas, and I got the kids nachos. So usually they split something because they don't eat all that much food. So I figured 2 dishes for the 3 of us would be more than plenty. Our waiter took our order. He went ahead and he turned around and went to the kitchen. About 5-10 minutes later, he actually came jogging over to our table and was like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't think I got your order." As he, was putting it in, he realized there's 5 of us and we ordered 4 items. I said, "Oh, no, it's good. The babies eat off my plate." Okay. So he goes back and they bring out the food. They brought an extra plate for the babies, and it looked really good. Vegetables, chicken fajitas, right? With beans and rice. I ate probably 4 little, the tiny strips of chicken, and maybe 1 bite of beans. And beans and rice are my favorite. And I know I haven't tempted rice yet, but I put food on the baby's plate. I put food on my other daughter and my oldest daughter's plate, because the beans and rice, they, everybody got a lot of food off of 1 plate, and there were still leftovers. So it was very interesting. It's been a long time since the family of 5 has gone out to eat. And you guys, with drinks and food for a family of 5 at a restaurant, it was less than $50. With tip, it was over $50. I can't believe that, because, there's a time that even though sometimes the babies split food or whatnot, we will spend $75 at just a regular restaurant, and I don't leave feeling full. So it's very nice change to not feeling full, but satisfied with what I've eaten and knowing that my body is nourished with what has gone in it. I also feel like, gastric sleeve is definitely a tool, and what it's teaching me is the right things to put in my body. Like I said in the beginning of the video, that donut, instantly I thought, I don't have anything room for anything nutritious. Why did I just do that? So yeah, I'm listening to start with the proteins, and I feel better about it. And the vegetables, I usually make sure I get like a piece of broccoli, or I have some of the peppers and the onions of the fajitas. So yeah, it was just very nice. But yes, instantly they realized like, hey, this lady's not ordering anything. Very inexpensive. So if there's anything you guys want me to address, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will get back to them. I have the notifications coming through to my phone, so I will be able to see that and get back to you quickly. If there's anything that you want me to cover, or you have more questions, feel free to comment, subscribe below. Have a great rest of your evening, and great job with your journeys.